You often see buffalo in your house known as lazy and slow animal, but the African buffalo is not an animal you want to meet alone. It weighs over 700 kilograms, has horns that can pierce straight through a lion's skull, and has a reputation so dangerous that experienced hunters across Africa gave it a nickname, the Black Death. This is not an animal that runs from danger, rather it faces the danger. This is an animal that remembers it. Biologists have documented cases where buffalo tracked down hunters who wounded them hours earlier, waited patiently, and then attacked. This animal holds grudges. This animal plans revenge. And when a lion decides to hunt one, it is not just risking hunger, it is risking its life. To understand why this battle is so extraordinary, you first need to understand what the African buffalo actually is. Most people look at a buffalo and see a large cow. That comparison could not be more wrong. The African buffalo is one of the most aggressive, most unpredictable, and most dangerous animals on the entire planet. Unlike domestic cattle, the African buffalo has never been successfully tamed. Not once in all of human history. Every attempt to domesticate this animal has failed. It does not respond to training. It does not accept captivity peacefully. It is an animal that belongs entirely to the wild, and it behaves that way every single day of its life. Its horns alone are a weapon unlike anything else in nature. They grow outward from the top of the skull, forming a solid bone shield called a boss across the forehead, and then curve downward and upward into two sharp points capable of launching a full-grown lion several meters into the air. The lion, on the other hand, is not hunting for sport. A fully grown lion needs around 7 kilograms of meat every single day just to survive. A pride that has gone 3 or 4 days without food becomes desperate. And desperation in a predator is an extremely dangerous thing. When hunger takes over, lions will attempt hunts they would never normally risk. They will target animals twice their size. They will attack in situations where the odds are completely against them. The African buffalo, despite being one of the most lethal animals on the planet, is one of their most common targets simply because buffalo are everywhere across the savanna, and because a successful hunt on even one buffalo feeds an entire pride for several days. But hunting a buffalo is never simple. It never goes cleanly, and experienced lions know this better than anything else. This is where the real story begins. A pride of lions spots a buffalo herd moving across open grassland in the late afternoon. The herd is large, several hundred animals, but the lions are not looking at the herd as a whole. They are looking at the edges. They are scanning for the weakest animal. The one that is slightly behind. The one that is slightly slower. The one that keeps stopping to rest while the others keep moving forward. This is how lions have hunted for thousands of years, and it works for one very simple reason. A single buffalo separated from the herd is a completely different animal from a buffalo inside the herd. Alone, it is vulnerable. Alone, it can be overwhelmed. Together, buffalo are one of the most formidable forces in all of nature. The lions begin to move, low to the ground, completely silent, using the dry grass as cover. They spread out around the target, cutting off its escape routes before it even realizes what is happening. This is coordinated, intelligent hunting, the kind that has made lions the apex predators of the African grasslands for millions of years. When the moment is right, they explode forward. The chase is short and violent. The buffalo has no time to react. Within seconds, the lions bring it crashing to the ground, claws buried deep into its flesh. One lion gripping its throat, trying to cut off its airway, another holding down its back legs to stop it from kicking. At this point, most prey animals stop fighting. Most prey animals go still. The biology of shock and fear shuts their bodies down, and the struggle ends quickly. But the buffalo does not do this. Even with lions on its back, claws tearing through its hide and teeth locked around its throat, the buffalo continues to fight. It twists its massive body from side to side. It kicks violently with legs that can shatter bone. It lets out a deep, bellowing cry that carries across the open savanna for an extraordinary distance. It absolutely refuses to accept what is happening to it. This is the defining characteristic of the African buffalo. It does not know how to surrender. And then something happens that changes the entire outcome of this battle. The herd hears the cry, and instead of running further away, they stop, they turn around, and they come back. This behavior is one of the most studied and most remarkable phenomena in the entire animal kingdom. Buffalo will return for a member of their herd even when lions are actively present, even when doing so puts their own lives at serious risk. Researchers who have spent decades studying buffalo behavior in the wild believe this is driven by an extraordinarily deep social bond that runs through every herd. Buffalo are not simply a group of animals that happen to move in the same direction. They are a tightly connected community with relationships, hierarchies, and loyalties that have been built over years. The older bulls in the herd are often the ones who lead the return charge animals with decades of experience. Animals who have survived attacks of their own. Animals who understand better than anyone what is happening to that young buffalo on the ground. When the herd returns, it does not approach slowly or cautiously. It does not stop at a safe distance and watch. It charges. Hundreds of animals moving together at full speed, hooves shaking the earth, horns pointed forward, a wall of muscle and bone that nothing on this planet wants to stand in front of. The lions that were in complete control just moments ago suddenly find themselves in the most dangerous position an African predator can be, in surrounded, outnumbered, and facing animals that are bigger than them and angrier than anything they have ever encountered. One by one, the lions release their grip and scatter. Some are hit by horns and thrown sideways. Some are nearly trampled under hundreds of hooves. The pride that came together as a coordinated hunting unit is now broken apart, each lion running for its own survival in a different direction. The buffalo that was being held down, bleeding and exhausted and moments away from death, is suddenly back on its feet. The herd closes in around it. The lions are gone. The pride walks away that evening with nothing. No food, no victory. Only injuries, exhaustion, and another desperate night of hunger ahead of them. They will need to hunt again tomorrow. They will need to find easier prey, because today, the buffalo reminded them of something that every predator on the savannah eventually learns: there are animals on these plains that do not go quietly. This is what real survival looks like. It is not clean. It is not fast. It is painful and bloody and brutal from the very first second to the very last. But the buffalo survived not because it was more powerful than the lion individually. It survived because it refused to stop fighting when it was alone, and because its herd refused to abandon it when everything told them to run. In nature, those two things together, individual will and collective loyalty, are more powerful than almost anything else. The African savanna will never be a peaceful place. Tomorrow, the lions will be hungry again. Tomorrow, they will hunt again. The cycle of predator and prey that has driven life on this continent for millions of years will continue without pause. But for one buffalo, on one afternoon, on the open plains of the Serengeti, the cycle broke. The prey fought back. The herd returned, and life, against every odd, continued. In the wild, there are only ever two outcomes. You win, or you die. Today, the buffalo won.